It is stated by Satoru Gojo that it is only once every 1,000 years that a human appears with the ability to consume and eat other curses without being taken over by them. We also know that Sukuna isn't just an ancient demon, but he was actually once a human sorcerer which took an army of top-grade sorcerers to take down. This happened around 1,000 years ago. Was the reason Sukuna was so powerful and called the King of Curses because of his ability to eat other curses and consume them. The same way Yuji himself will become very strong. This could possibly imply that Yuji is the reincarnation of Sakuna. Hey everybody, welcome to a video. This is my first video on Jujutsu Kaisen. I had a weird experience with the series. Now, when I first read, I think it was about the first 15 to 20 chapters, I was really into the series. Then the middle part of the series was kinda meh. Then like the flashback of Gojo was kinda good. But then the last 50 chapters, the Shibuya arc, or Shibuya Incident arc, however you say it, has been top tier. I give that arc overall a 9 out of 10 so far, and I believe it's either over or it's over soon. So it's really upgraded the series for me, and I absolutely love it, and I thought of this theory while reading the series. Guys, this is a different video from Black Clover. I would love to make other videos besides Black Clover, so please watch this video. Please leave a like, that would really help. I'm going to lower the like goal for this to 1,000 just because it's not Black Clover. But please leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe. Guys, we're getting closer and closer to 50,000 subscribers. But that being said, guys, Yuji being the reincarnation of Sakuna. In Jujutsu Kaisen, the main character, Yuji Itadori, ate the cursed finger of the ancient cursed demon, Sukuna, causing Sukuna to incarnate inside of him. After this, there have been so many theories that have been postulated by the community. Is Yuji the reincarnation of Sakuna? Honestly, in my opinion, there is evidence to support this. The first thing to go over is very simple, but also very convincing nonetheless. That is that Sakuna and Yuji Itadori are identical looking. In almost every single way, they look the same. Although in some ways, Sakuna looks a bit more buff than Yuji. That could simply be just because Yuji has yet to reach his full potential when it comes to his musculature. They are the same height, have identical facial features, and they have the same hair colors. Yes, I said colors because Yuji has two colors of hair, light pink and black or dark brown, and Sakuna has the same as well. It is one thing if they looked the same and had the same hairstyle, but maybe had different hair color, but the fact that they both have two hair colors and they're both the same in the same spot, their character designs are pretty much followed to a T. Now, of course, their uniforms are quite different, but that really is besides the point. It is just clothing. As for Sakuna, he is also filled with markings across his body. That's probably because he is now the form of a curse. Now, of course, Sakuna's quote-unquote true form has been shown in the manga, as he has 4 eyes and 8 arms and looks overall much more of a monster than he is shown conversing with Yuji, and when he is actually using Yuji's body as a vessel in the real world. But though he looks more monstrous, he still looks like Yuji, just a monstrified Yuji. Now we know that Yuji is special. That is even before Gojo kind of implies that Yuji is a prophesized warrior. See, in the manga, Yuji throws a shot put over 30 meters. That is over 98 feet. If you want to compare, I threw the 12-pound shot put 50 feet when I was a sophomore in high school. Now, we don't know the exact weight for the shot put Yuji threw, but it was probably around 4 kilograms or 8.9 pounds. This is the usual weight for those of middle school males, and Yuji is at a middle school. Now, the issue here is that the soccer goal stopped the shot put from traveling even further. Also, Yuji threw the shot put like a baseball. If any of y'all know, or if you were a thrower at any point in your life, that's a big no-no, as this would be an almost guaranteed injury if you threw the shot put like a baseball. That's why a shot put isn't called a throw, it's called a shot put, not a shot throw. The fact that Yuji was able to throw the shot put that hard and far isn't just a superhuman strength feat, but also a durability feat. We also know that he can run the 50-meter dash in 3 seconds, which equates to a 6-second 100-meter dash. Mind you, the 100-meter dash world record was 9.58 seconds, set by Usain Bolt, meaning that Yuji likely casually blitzes past our fastest man in the world, despite not using any curse energy. This is all Yuji's physical capabilities. So yes, even in the beginning, Yuji was special even before eating Sakuna's finger. He displays superhuman feats of strength, speed, and durability. With his raw physical capabilities, they only expand further when the curse shows up, and Megumi is forced to try and exercise it. only to be struggling on his own, but Yuji in his raw physical strength shows up and he jumps up multiple stories and lands in the window. He takes hits from the curse, dodges some hits, and he's able to land some devastating blows upon the cursed beast. Again, this is pre-curse Yuji. Why is he so strong if he's supposedly just a normal human? I don't buy it, not one bit. He was doing comparable to what a cursed-powered Megumi did to the curse, despite Yuji himself not even having curse powers. Now pair this with Yuji's ability to pretty easily consume the fingers of Sukuna without being corrupted. After eating 2 fingers, he was able to subdue the king of curses. Now we know this is an incredibly rare power because Gojo even states that this type of ability comes around only once every 1,000 years. We also know that Sukuna wasn't just some cursed demon, he was a human Jujutsu sorcerer at one point, but became the king of curses and an entire army of high-ranking sorcerers were needed to take him down. It is interesting because this aligns perfectly. Sukuna arrived 1,000 years ago, and now, 1,000 years later, his lookalike Yuji shows up and is just a boss despite not having any curse power. So if it's a 1,000 year cycle, it might be a reincarnation cycle and almost like a prophecy cycle. I think this could be foreshadowing that Yuji is Sakuna's reincarnation. If not, they must be connected in some way. Maybe Yuji is a descendant of Sukuna, meaning that Sukuna is Yuji's ancestor, maybe his great times 100 grandfather or something like that, which is entirely possible since we do know that Sukuna was a human at one point. If Yuji is actually the reincarnation of Sukuna, it just makes perfect sense. Yuji can eat and envelop cursed power, powerful ones at that. While Sukuna was the king of curses, what if Sukuna is the king of curses? He had that title because he shares that same power with Yuji. It's that power that comes around every 1,000 years. The king of curse power. Is this why Sukuna was such a powerful sorcerer? Because he just could eat curses like an Yuji can and just consume them? Only because of his superhuman stats paired with his ability to take on other curses and convert that into his own immeasurable power. We also know that Yuji very likely has a cursed power of memory manipulation. He has used this power multiple times. He used it against Todo to instill him with false memories to make him think that the two were brothers. Yuji would then use this again, even recently in the manga against Chozo, again instilling him with a false memory, causing him to falsely believe that the two of them were brothers. What if this memory manipulation is a part of Sakuna's plan, allowing him to fully consume Yuji, his reincarnation, so that he can gain his full body back and be allowed total freedom, or maybe what will happen is towards the end of the series, when we think Sukuna will take control of Yuji, he will use the memory manipulation to convince Sukuna that they were brothers all along. Now one of the things I thought up is when Yuji's grandpa was telling to gain friends so that he wouldn't live his last days alone. What if this was the eventual cause of Sakuna's downfall? Because he didn't surround himself with close friends, he fell to the curses that he consumed, and then he had nobody to fight alongside him when an army of Jujutsu sorcerers attempted to take him down. So overall, that is my theory. It kind of just adds up that Sukuna and Yuji are basically the same. Yuji is the reincarnation. It explains the superhuman strength, possibly. It explains the memory manipulation, possibly. It definitely makes sense with Sukuna being the king of curses if he can have the same power that comes around every 1,000 years. But really what is kind of the kicker here is that they just look alike. They look like twin brothers, essentially. That's one of the huge things for me. I always thought they were connected or tied in some way when I first read the manga a while ago, when I first started reading it. So this is my first video on Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not really yet an expert on the series, I'd say, so let me know if I got anything wrong in the video down below. Because I've only read through the series once, whereas Black Clover, I've read through that series multiple times because I've been reading it for years. But overall, I just really like Jujutsu Kaisen. If this video does well, I would love to do more videos on it in the future because it is a really interesting series, and the power system, while hard to understand, is honestly really unique and interesting. But with that being said, guys, please do leave a like if you enjoyed. It really would help it out because this is not a Black Clover video, so it's probably not going to do as good as my Black Clover videos, but I would love to do videos on this series because Jujutsu Kaisen is very interesting right now. Also, guys, please don't forget to check out my Discord called Cloverheim. It is a Black Clover Discord, but of course you can talk about anything. So if you're a new viewer and you are a Jujutsu Kaisen fan, you can join the Discord. You can talk about Jujutsu Kaisen, talk about any fiction. Sometimes people even talk about politics or just make stupid memes. I mean, there's an entire channel for stupid memes. So join my Discord, and just going to shout out my book that's coming out in a few weeks. It's Seagrith Rising, takes place in the Serpent Slayer sagas, the own universe of stories that I am creating. The book will be a free audiobook on this channel, and then there will be multiple different ways you can access the actual book in digital format. It'll probably be in physical format as well. That being said, Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...